Today we're going to be talking about what a turn really looks like. So once you've gone through all the preliminary parts of the simulation on the first day, on the second day, after they have read their public statements, and this is for the World War I simulation we're using as an example, after they give their speeches, then it will be the Central Powers' turn. And we'll say, just for this example, the teacher will ask, is there any declarations of war? And we'll say Germany is going to declare war. And so we have the declaration of war sheet, and we're going to say Germany is going to declare war on Russia. I send the following army forces. We'll say that they're going to send 233. So we put in 233 troops. Rating it, we'll say 10 into the sea, or in this case, the region of R3. And then we will, of course, they wouldn't be typing this. They would be writing it out. We'll say Johnny Appleseed. Okay, so now we've got a declaration of war, and that's handed in to the teacher. The teacher goes to the big map, and we move Germany's forces into R3. So now Germany is attacking Russia, and we'll ask Russia, are you going to defend? And of course they have the 325 that's already in there. But then they have the choice of bringing troops in from any territory that is touching R3. So we'll say they bring in troops from R2 and troops from R4. So now we're ready to go to the battle calculator and bring it up. So of course we'll plug in Germany, and they had 233 troops they were attacking with at a rating of 10. And we'll also say that Russia has 325 at a rating of 3. And those troops are originally there, so they will get a bonus of 1 to defend. And we'll say that the Germans are going to use their poison gas certificate. Well, let's say they weren't, because they wouldn't have poison gas until 1915. Now we have to have a second column for Russia for their troops, which would be 650, the ones that they moved in, rating of 3. No bonus for those, however, because they weren't originally in there. And so you look, the spreadsheet has already showed us that the Russians have 1 with 92 and 184. And so that gives them 276. So we go back to the map. The Germans and these Russian divisions are gone. And now we have 276 left in Russia. And so now, let's say that there is no more war, and so Germany and Austria-Hungary and Ottoman Empire now have a chance to move their troops. So we'll say Germany wants to move some more troops into G3. So we're going to copy that box, and we're going to click on a geographic box and paste. The reason that we do that is if we don't click on a geographic box and we leave it on the original text box, it will put a box inside a box, and that makes a mess. And so we created a new box here. We're going to say they want to move, well, we'll say 134, and then we'll go back over here, and that would leave 100 here. And we'll say that's all their movement. Now, of course, they can move these. They can move everything that they didn't move during war. So anything you can use all your troops if you want during war in as many directions as you want, as you legally can move. But if you do that, then you can't use them and you can't move them then after war is over. So the basic premise stays that you can only move or attack one time per turn. Doesn't matter where you go, as long as you stay in the limits of moving one zone per turn. And so that's what one turn looks like.